Isn't your audience the best? Of course, Nicole. Yeah. Hey, chat, we're the best, bro. We the best music. That's another sound alert. No! Dude, yo, we're YouTube video farming and we're sound alert farming today. Okay, new Patrick CC video. Why every artist uses autotune. Yes, every artist. I'm very interested in this because there's a lot of, obviously there's the obvious ones, you know what I mean? There's the Travis Scott, Don Toliver, T-Pain, you got Kanye, you got all that, all those people like that. Those are the obvious ones. But there's a lot of artists out there that you wouldn't think do use autotune actually. So, let's see.
Saying autotune ruined music is an...
Okay, that's really weird. Look what I just said. Oh my God, wow.
Exhausted argument that old people have... Saying autotune ruined music is an exhausted argument that old people have been complaining about for the past 15 years. Their assumption is that you can use the tool on anyone's voice and it will magically make them a great singer, which is only partially true. Look at this bad singer with autotune versus a good singer with autotune.
To the fire, to the land, and to the walls. Oh,
okay, fire.
Yeah, you know, I've been looking for you.
Oh God. Oh my God.
Basically, the tool can make a bad singer somewhat tolerable and a good singer sound near perfect. But some artists use it for creative purposes. T-Pain is the artist most commonly associated with autotune, and he is actually a phenomenal singer.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Have you guys ever heard T-Pain actually sing, dude? Obviously, T-Pain's known for the autotune, like literally pioneered that. But T-Pain is crazy. No? Dude, I want to show you guys, for the people that have never seen that.
Talk to you, let me buy you a drink, and then I'm T-Pain. You know me, convict music, Nappy Bowie. I know the club, close at 3. What's the chances of you rolling with me?
Hey, by the way, amazing song.
T-Pain is the artist most commonly associated with autotune, and he is actually a phenomenal singer. He used the effect in 2004 not to be better, but to be different. During the beginning of this video, I want you to stop thinking about artists like T-Pain, Travis Scott, Kanye West, and anyone else who uses autotune as a creative effect. That's not who we're talking about right now. The artists in question are the ones who are understood to be good or great singers, but use autotune to achieve perfection, because there is a big problem with perfect singing. It's good to note that autotune is a plugin, a program that was invented by Andy Hildebrand in 1997. The word auto is important because the program automatically perfects their singing in...
That's an insane, like, feature. The fact that it's able to, like, pick the key perfectly is crazy.
Real time. Shortly after, another similar program was invented called Melodyne. The basic goal of these tools: pitch correction. When an artist sings, they're trying to hit specific notes. If they miss a note, these tools will essentially force the sound recording up or down in pitch to correct the error. But missing a note is not an error. It's called character, style, color, emotion. Sure, if you miss every note, or are constantly missing notes, you are just bad at singing. But the way a singer misses the notes is what makes them unique. Listen to the before and after pitch correction on a great singer's voice.
Ain't no sunshine when she's gone.
I've watched this YouTube video a million times. I've seen it so many times. It's so good.
On a great singer's voice.
Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone.
You may not be able to hear a huge difference, but the version with Melodyne removes some of the soul in Bill's voice. Here's an example that is a little more obvious.
Let me go home.
Notice how that E4 note Michael Bublé sang is a perfectly straight line? This would be like pressing down on a piano. The accuracy is next to impossible to achieve by a human.
Oh, I'm just too far from where you are.
His singing just kind of sounds like noise.
What
like
the
a robot.
Is that?
No emotion, which kind of defeats the point because it's an emotional song. Here's another example.
When my eyes were stared by the flash of a neon light.
Just sounds very robotic and soulless. Now compare that to someone who is not using autotune. Now, Freddie Mercury is considered to be one of the best of all time, but this singing isn't perfect pitch. You can see he's missing some notes. but it still sounds amazing, filled with emotion, with life. Perfect pitch removes the human element of the voice, but these days, human connection doesn't even matter. Not using autotune might actually do more harm than good. If human connection mattered, then electronic dance music wouldn't be as popular as it is. In most genres, it seems like the connection comes from the rhythm of the beat or the lyrics, rather than the actual voice of the performer. However, I think we can agree that hearing an artist perform their work with no effects makes us feel something.
I couldn't fight it. I'd hoped you'd see my face and that you'd be reminded that for me.
Can you imagine being able to do that? God, bro. Imagine like being able to sing like that. Like you are born out of the womb. Carter, you try? Absolutely not, bro. It sound like a horse just got hit by a semi-truck. If I could have one talent, it would be to do this. Definitely, like naturally.
There's something special about a human that can sing so well.
That's crazy.
Even singers who don't have amazing pitch are able to evoke an emotional response to the listener based on the passion they convey.
Lord have mercy, please forgive me. Mama, please don't you cry, I'm sorry.
That's an old video.
Back at the trap, I was ducking and
W. Roddy.
So you would assume that live performances is where you get to see all your favorite artists perform their songs in their natural voice. Maybe. Some singers are very adamant about not using autotune in live performances, but sometimes autotune is applied to their microphones without them even knowing.
Yo, I know we're live right now, but I think you guys have some tune on my vocals or something.
Bieber's autotune was likely set to the wrong key, which was making his
God.
singing sound terrible.
Oh, God.
If it was in the right.
No. Hey, let's not discredit JB, okay? Legend. But that was bad. Oh my God. We obviously know that JB's crazy.
Key, he may not have even noticed. But does a singer using autotune live ruin the value of the performance? Is it dishonest?
It depends who it is.
When you consider they have to dance, engage the crowd,
it makes it better.
Themselves properly for 1 or 2 hours, they get fatigued and are likely to miss some notes. So a little help from autotune isn't the worst thing in the world. Think about the big bright lights, bass blasting through the massive speakers, standing in the middle of a sea of people, everyone dancing and living in the moment. That is what makes the performance memorable. It doesn't really matter what type of music is playing or who is performing it, as long as the energy and environment is right. Most rappers don't even perform their songs. They just play the MP3 version that you would listen to on Spotify, and they jump around screaming a few of the words. But rap fans still love these concerts.
They don't like it when you're telling the truth. I'd rather be real than you.
And these fans are starting to...
I don't even care if he says anything if he's up on stage. As long as that blasting through the speakers, bro, I'm fine.
Encourage the use of the effect. The attitude towards autotune varies from genre to genre. In EDM, nobody cares. Daft Punk have been using all kinds of crazy vocal effects since their inception.
It doesn't even count
and nobody ever
EDM.
mentions them. After all, it is called electronic music.
Yeah.
In hip-hop, it was heavily rejected at first, but thanks to a few legendary artists such as T-Pain, Kanye West, and Lil Wayne, over time it became beloved. Now most hip-hop fans don't mind the use of the effect. In rock, pop, country, and other genres that have been traditionally dominated by talented vocalists is where artists get the most criticism. I mean, these are some of the oldest genres, where 50, 60, 70 years ago, your performance was everything. You wouldn't have a career if you weren't a good vocalist. These days, if you don't use autotune, it might actually hurt your potential. Kids and young adults will always be deciding what the status quo is for pop culture. If you don't have a young fan base, you won't be topping the charts. Young people have been so conditioned to hearing perfect pitch for the past 20 years that when we hear something that isn't perfect, it sounds unprofessional or unfinished. Since the industry standard has been pushed to use pitch correction, you have to use it to stay competitive. This leads people to believe that it ruins the music industry. Now, the barrier to entry into the music industry is lower than ever. Anyone can buy a $50 microphone online, download or purchase a DAW and autotune and record a song, then post it on TikTok, go viral, and get a record deal. But is that a bad thing? If people like the song, then they like the song. Music is subjective after all.
Straight up.
However, some artists will spend years and years mastering their craft, only for it to fall on deaf ears, whereas others blow up by accident or off a gimmick.
That is
Does
insane.
one person deserve more recognition than another? Should there be a new Grammy or award or category for real singers or non-auto-tune singers? Autotune is just another technological advancement that was bound to happen. Humans are always trying to make things easier, faster, more efficient. People think that singing is just a natural talent. It mostly isn't. It takes years and years of practice and training, along with maintaining that skill. Singers are constantly warming up their vocals, making sure they eat and drink properly, and trying to maintain their skill. But if you are pretty good, or very good, or kinda good, just slap a little bit of autotune and speed up that process. Because if you spend too much time perfecting your voice, there's a new singer that pops up every 6 months who might captivate the audience's interest.
True.
And they use autotune. The world is moving at an incredible pace.
True.
And greatness takes time. But people don't want to wait for greatness anymore. So most artists are not willing to take the risk and miss their chance at achieving their music dream.
Yo, he was preaching at the end right there. Oh my God. What do you guys think of that video? That was a 10-minute video and that felt like it was 3. God, he's so good. He's so good. And then I see this, why 6ix9ine isn't dead, and I'm like, bro, I want to click that. Look how colorful it is. I want to click it.